Hello again, we are here for another day of our drawing prompts. We are on day 30 now, and the prompt for today is to draw using some sort of permanent medium. If you haven't heard the word medium before, that is a tool that you draw with. And so some different mediums are pencil, pen, paint, watercolor, the list goes on and on. There are so many different ones, but taking into consideration what you have at home, try to find something permanent. And so that could be a pen, it could be watercolor, just something that you can't erase. The idea for this one is because you can't erase, you're kind of having to work with any mistakes that you might make. And so, and also kind of like I talked about last week, when you draw with something permanent, it's a little bit freeing sometimes. You don't have to worry about making everything perfect because chances are it's not going to be perfect. And so that's kind of the idea of it. And so I drew this little ceramic pumpkin, and here's my drawing. And so I used a lot of that technique that I talked about previously. It's called hatching or cross hatching. And I use that to kind of do the shading. Let me take a peek here so I can show you more accurately. So in these areas here, where it's a little bit darker on the pumpkin, I used a lot of lines close together. And that made it look like it was more dark in those areas. And then these areas here where it's really light because, and I could have maybe put a little bit of lines in there because this pumpkin reflects a lot because it's ceramic. I left those areas lighter, and that way you can kind of see some highlights and some shadows. So try out using, some of you, this might be new for some of you may have been doing this, but try using something a little bit more permanent and see how you like it. I hope you do.